Here in Miami, Lone Depot Park, Diamond Dynasty Baseball on tap tonight. It's Chicago going up against Miami. And on the hill in this one, Sandy Alcantara. What do you got on him, Chris?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Xander Bogaerts, the leadoff batter as he swings through it for strike one. Out towards right center field. One up, one down.
Batting second, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
And that one hit 97 on the gun. Inside, almost got him. Lone Depot Park just underway here. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Swings through that one for strike one. Pitch is in the dirt. Ball one. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And towing the slab here, Nolan McLean. What do you have on him? Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
Ball.
McLean, 24 years old, and he was a third-round pick in 2023. The 1-1 is fouled off. Just off the inside corner. It's 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. That one missed. Lifted in the air, right center field. Judge settles underneath it. One down.
Batting second, the right fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Line drive, base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it.
Runner takes off for third. Pitch misses. Throw bounces in, and he's safe. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. Just missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Comes up empty. That's strike two. Breaking ball misses down and away. Stays alive. Griffey takes his lead at third with one away. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Batting fourth, the shortstop, Mookie.
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. Late swing fouled off.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Ball that's outside.
Late that time, and it's strike 2. In the air to left center. Base hit into the outfield. The run scores from third. Now the tag to third, and they got it. Runner takes off. There's a ball. Safe in second, and he easily steals the bag. On the ground, Jimenez. Over to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage.
24/7, I gotta eat.
We move ahead to the top of the second now. It's Aaron Judge now. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So a man on base to start the inning. Judge on the run. Swing and a miss. Caught in a rundown now. And they put the tag on him for the out. The 0-1. Fouled off left side. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's the third baseman. Swing and a ground ball. Out number 3. Bottom of the inning. Here's Luis Robert, also known as La Pantera.
Robert.
And a foul ball. That one missing inside.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
Swing and a miss. That one missed. Got him swinging.
Batting seventh, the second baseman, Miguel Rafaela.
There's a swing and a miss. Swings through that one for strike 2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting eighth, the third baseman, Jose.
2 down, bases empty.
Ramirez.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. And first offering is fouled off. Struck him looking, and he strikes out the side here in the second. Back here in Miami, all set for the start of the inning. Here's Andres Gimenez. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Foul ball there. The 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. Swings through that one out in front that time. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Good job to fight that one off. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. Puts a bunt down. Throws to first, and that is that. Back here at Lone Depot Park as we go to the last of the third. Kwan Galigalau digs in now.
No, that's low.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Two now. Next offering misses down and away. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And a payoff pitch. That's a base hit. So he battled through a long at bat and earned himself a hit.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying.
Runner on the move. Strike in there. Safe at second, and that was not close. McLean checks the runner. Safe at second, and he gets back in. Snap throw to third again. Now a snap throw down to third. Man at second. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Up the middle. Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw, and no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. An uncharacteristic mistake from a really good defensive player. Ken Griffey Jr. will hit next. Acuna runs. Ball outside. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. Makes the catch. 1 down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate. And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Up the middle. Base hit. 1 run in already. Now 2 runs score, and they take a 3-run lead.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here's Mookie Betts. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did. And
can't pick it up cleanly. Tag, got him. Aggressive base running there, trying to take advantage of the defense, but he's out at third. Robert, the next to hit, takes outside.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity. Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 2 outs. Bunted back towards the mound. Tosses to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. As we go to the top of the 4th, and here comes Xander Bogaerts. And that one ripped to left. One away.
Now batting for Chicago, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Left field. This looks like extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
1 out and a runner at second. Top half of inning number 4. Now this one gets away from the catcher. Caught in between, trying for third now. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Bottom of the 4th, leading off, Ceddanne Rafaela.
Ceddanne Rafaela.
Rafaela, 25 years old, and he's a native of Curacao. Curve in the dirt. And he grounds one to the right side. Jimenez tosses to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Now batting for Miami, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. In the air, left field. Diving, gets down, could be extra bases. And he'll reach second with 1 away. 1 out, runner at second. Conquan Galigalao, the next to hit. Ramirez leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. This one in the air, center field. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the machine, the designated hitter, Ronald Acuna Jr.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Man on second, 2 down. Swings through that one. McLean checks the runner. And a 1-2. Runner breaks for third. It's a pitch out. And that's a stolen base, not even close. Fights it off. He'll see another. Out to short. Bogarts fires over to first, and that's the inning. Back here in Miami, we go to the top of the fifth. Here comes Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Just missed.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
And now 2-2. Now one missed.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Got him swinging for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7. Fly ball down the line, and that lands in no man's land. And a foul ball. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting for Chicago.
Here's the third baseman. He's 0 for 1.
Fernandez.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. Got it. Strikeout number 8.
Now batting for the Blazers, the second baseman, Andre Jimenez.
Liner snagged it first. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now it's the right fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
Griffey Jr.
Ripped to third and caught. One pitch and one out.
Now batting for Miami, the first baseman, number 5, Albert Pujols.
No, that's foul.
Now pitching.
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Robert Suarez.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
A little bit high. And now it's even 1-1. Late with the swing there.
Boog, that's cheddar, baby.
And a ground ball to first. The flip to the pitcher covering. Home half of the fifth inning moving along. 2 quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. And here is Mookie Betts. That's to third, and that chance handled. Gets him easily, ends the inning. All set for the top of the sixth. Stepping in, Joey Wiemer. And a swing and a miss.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting for the Blazers, the catcher, Drake Baldwin.
That one almost got him.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
Fly ball pretty well struck right field. Griffey going back. Caught just shy of the wall. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Xander Bogaerts. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. 1 for 2. Runner on the go. Pitch is high. Go to second. Out there. And the inning is over.
We were born to survive. Can't change the time. We ain't taking the dive. Yeah, we staying alive.
Back here at Lone Depot Park. Digging in. Jung-Hoo Lee.
22.
That one fouled off.
Well, these players really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Not in time. He's safe.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Lee on at first. Nobody out. Quick toss to first.
He's good.
And they almost caught him, but he's back in time. Here goes the runner. That's in for a strike. Uh-oh, wrong base as it goes to third. Man at second. Runner goes again. Bunts it towards the mound. On to first.
He's out.
There to beat him by an eyelash. Here's the second baseman, Ceddanne Rafaela.
Second baseman.
This is the classic manufacturing a run situation. A runner at third, less than 2 outs, and a golden opportunity to bring him home.
One away with a runner at third here in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-1 is fouled off. Puts a bunt down. Okamoto. And that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly. Now a quick throw to first. Tries to get back and save. Snap throw down to second. Pitch out, but no action. Runner takes off. They pitch out. Throw to second. Tag, and they got him. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Now batting for Miami.
Next to hit, Conquan Galigalao. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Runner on the go again. And he lays one down the left side. Zips it across. They limit the damage here. Back here in Miami, Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
Kyle Schwarber.
And first offering is fouled off. Foul ball. Got him swinging. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
The designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And 2 away to start the 7th. 2 down, bases empty. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Swings through that.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Got him! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning. Back here at Lone Depot Park, here's Acuna.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
He was late there. Strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
This one in the air. Okamoto settles underneath it, and there's 1 down.
Up next for the machine, the right fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
Hard ground ball, base now. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way.
Oh, he jumped the gun for second. Oops, throw goes to third. Throw to third. He's safe. Steps off, lead runner back to second. And now it's going to be Albert Pujols. Snap throw. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And it is out of here. A 2-run homer. And they add to the lead. It's 6-0.
Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
1 down, and now it's Mookie Betts. In the air to left center. Weimer should have this one. 2 down. 1 for 3.
For Miami.
Michael Soroka on a pitch out of the pen here.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. Out to short. And safe.
He's in there.
Bang, bang play, but speed wins on a great effort there. Again, a throw to second and a pitch out, but nothing going on. Snap throw behind the runner. The 1-0. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Soroka, 28 years old, a former first-round pick. Runner on the go, pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Runner goes again. Bunts it straight back to the mound. in plenty of time to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Ready to begin the eighth, leading off number 25.
Number 25, Kazuma Okamoto.
Out towards right center field. And there's one away.
Now batting for the Blazers, the third baseman, Jose Fernandez.
Foul ball. Here comes the 0-1. Inside, just missed.
That's a good miss off the inside part of the plate. You'd much rather miss there than out over the plate, where this guy could do some real damage.
This one in the air, center field. Out number 2. So up next, Andres Gimenez.
The second baseman, Andres Gimenez.
On the ground to third, Ramirez. Zips it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game.
Jimenez slings to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting for Miami, the third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Oh, that one rides up and in. Tap foul at the plate. You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking batting practice at a big leaguer's house. Who was that?
Yeah, Willie McGee, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Not
he
in the
lived
Hall
in your
of
neighborhood.
Yeah, his folks live right down the street from me, and that's where his batting cage was. I used to look out of my backyard down the hill and just dream of one day maybe being able to go over and hit with them. And that dream became a reality when I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants.
That's a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's Acuna now. Back to first, and he's safe. Swings through that one.
No, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough.
Runner on the go. Drops a bunt down the first base side. And that bunt goes foul. It's a strikeout. Back here in Miami, we go to the 9th. Joey Wiemer getting ready to hit.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
In the air to left center. Lee gets under it. Takes it in for the out. Going 1.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Bunts it in the air, and there's 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. Here's Bogaerts now. On the ground to third, and this should do it. On to first. Ball game. 6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Sciambi. Talk to you soon.